we go. I think we're live. Get this junk. Oh, I had everything out of the way. I'm going to move my camera. Well, Paper Puddles, what's your real name? I love that name, though, Paper Puddles. And where in the world are you? I'm in Atlanta. Debbie's in Illinois. Hey, Wooly, how are you doing? Hey, J9, how are you? Carrie. Well, we've got Carrie with Paper Puddles with us today, and thanks for hopping in. Hey, Pam. North Carolina. All right, you're close. You're a Southerner, or maybe you're a Southerner transplant. We've got lots of transplants here in the Atlanta area. We're about 3/4 Yankee now. Hey, J Matt. Hey, Kim. It is already afternoon. It's 1 o'clock Eastern time. Debbie's still an hour behind us, but it is 1 o'clock in Atlanta time. We're originally from California. All righty. We got people all over. There's people all over the place that come in and shop. Today I have got some different things, and I've been scrambling this morning to try to pull some things together. But Debbie is just riding my butt all the time to get organized and have things ready. So I'm trying. I am trying. For the longest time, it's been just throw it down. Grab a bin and throw it down. What part of California? I'm nosy. I've been to San Francisco. That's about it. It's my extent of California. How's everybody else doing? Carrie and Wooly and Pam and J Mac. What's up? What are y'all doing this week? Debbie's gonna sell tomorrow, and I was gonna sell with her, but I got a better offer. My cousin called me, and she and a friend of hers, we're all going to Gibbs Gardens tomorrow. And I've been wanting to go really, really bad, but I hate to go by myself. Oh, we are, yes. I opened the door earlier today to see what the weather was like outside, and I've regretted it ever since. I mean, everything the last few days is just covered with yellow. But that's normal. That is normal. I did something a little different with this. I have these little boxes. Of course, they're Dollar Tree boxes. They're little purses. I got these probably about 2 or 3 years ago and then never did anything with them. But I was looking at a bin that I had that was filled with colorful laces. And so they're not folded in there. I just dropped them in. I have 3 boxes. I'm going to show you some of the items I've got in there. I filled a little green organza bag with all kinds of colorful buttons along with some white ones that were in there. And I threw in little bows, flower ribbon, and lots of different laces. There's one white. Everything else has color. Got some pink on this. It's an organza ribbon with those pink flowers on it. You've got yellow and pink. And here's some pink butterflies. So I'm only going to show one because everything has the same thing in it. And then I'll show you the other boxes. I've got some pretty green here. It's a little piece, and all of them are small, like this to maybe 18 inches. It just depended on how much I had of that particular lace. Here's a try. See, this is a smaller piece, but it's really yummy. Here's a greenish blue. It's a little gathered lace. Most of these are older. Some may be newer, but most of these are older lace. It's a little narrow yellow one. A little piece of this white with orange, because all the boxes have orange. That's a nice size piece. Here's another pink. Here's a little snippet of a crocheted with some color. Here's a little teeny lace with some blue. There's a nice size piece of that. There's a nice piece of this crocheted blue that's small. This is more of a rose pink. I had a good bit of that, so you got probably about 20 inches of that one. And here's a little piece of ruffled yellow. And each one has a nice piece of this green in it. So that is what's in there. And I just dropped them as I was cutting. I just dropped them in. I'm not going to make it any prettier. It's just going to be in there. And this is one box. I have 2 of those. And then I have this striped box. And
how much are these, Pearl?
They're going to be $8, and these are the only 3 I have. So this is the oddball box, but that's the top to it. And they're all, the insides are all exactly the same. So we'll call this A and this B. Here's B. I think I lost half my letters. There we go. There's A.
Anybody for these boxes?
Nobody?
Not seeing anybody yet.
I'm not seeing any. My comments aren't moving on StreamYard. Hey, Zan, how are you doing today?
Not seeing anybody, Pearl.
Okay. No worries. Maybe I'll add something else to them and bring them back later. Or they may go on in my new little shop I started. Debbie and I started shops. Debbie, of course, has hands down beaten me again because she's got hers loaded up already. But I was trying to get ready for today, so I didn't have time. It's right there. All right. What are you ladies interested in? What do you want me to start with? I've got some lace. I've got some fabrics put aside. I've got some coffee stained things that I have. Actually, I'll just go ahead and start with this because I know everybody loves these. I've got 2. I've got an A and a B. And I don't have very many. This is all I have left. This is a tablecloth. So you get the solid fabric that you can stamp on or do whatever with. And this is the pattern on this one. And I have 13 available of A. This is B. And it is this pattern. And then you get
how much?
It's $1. And I have 10 available of B.
Hello, all you girls. I didn't say anything when you were coming in.
Yep. She's focused on counting buttons. Is my banner running? It is not. Let me get my banner on there. So, Paper Puddles, since you haven't been before, that's my email address. If you're going to purchase today, please go ahead and send your information to me so that I have it.
J9, I haven't, but I guess I better, hadn't I? Have you done a video where explain how to shop on your Facebook page, minimum purchase, payment, and method, and hold
Yep.
situation? No, but I guess I'll have to do it. I've sold quite a few things already since last night. Um, I don't really have a minimum, but if you buy just 25 cigar labels for $1, you got to pay the shipping. So I would shop and buy other things. But anyway, I'm not seeing anybody for these, Pearl.
No? All right. We'll get these out of the way.
But yeah, maybe I should go on and do a video. I can do that.
Yep. It won't hurt to do that. We just ran across somebody that's doing it this way, and we thought, well, especially me, I've got so much stuff that needs to disappear that we decided to go ahead and give it a try as well.
But yeah, I guess I will do it and put my link in there. Mine is Dutch Ridge Attic Shop, SHOPPE. And Pearl's is Pearl's Find Shop. Did you put 2 P's or 1 P?
No,
Pearl?
1 P, just the shop. All right, I did these this morning. I had a quilt piece. This is not I don't know the age on this. It is a machined quilt. It's not a hand pieced or hand quilted quilt, but it just had really pretty colors that I loved. So I've got 3 different things that are identically the same except for the piece. So I've got 3 of these. You're going to get this piece that has that pretty floral, the blue, the gray and brown and tan, and then the tans and browns, the blue again, and a little piece of that flowered part. I put with it a piece of this embroidered fabric. This was a dust ruffle. This is what I had left over, so I put it with it. This came off of a sheet. It's part of the header, so you can take it apart right here and iron it out and have a bigger piece of fabric. This is a piece of a curtain. And then I put a doily on there and just used a big safety pin to keep it all together. So I have 3 of these. These will be A, Debbie. The other piece is, I only have 2 of these. It's similar but different. Has some of the same fabrics. So this has more of the floral and the stripe. This is wider, this is longer and skinnier. I just had to work with the piece that I had. Again, a piece of that fabric, that sheet, and that curtain. I'm just trying to grab stuff, bits and pieces, and random things that I could just put together a little something and have it go to somebody else's house. Now this one, I didn't have enough of these little doilies with the little flowered center. I had 2 that do, but I had 1, so I put a small doily and another doily with it. That's the only difference. Again, the curtain, the sheet, the embroidered fabric, and this is the quilted fabric that you'll get on C. It's 2 squares. They are a little bit different. Maybe I should do this one by itself. Or we'll just do random. I'm going to give you an idea. So this has got the flower and the blue. And this has got the blue and that. So it is different. So if nobody can decide about that. If they're still left, I'll do those separately and we'll do ABC. Otherwise, we're just going to run it this way.
How much are they?
They're going to be $2. And I have no idea where my C is, y'all, so I'm going to make some more. It's time for new letters.
Kateri Burnett wants A.
Okay, Kateri, can you please go ahead and send me your information? And I do have a $10 minimum. I will go ahead and invoice if it's $7 or $8, but you are not going to be happy with your shipping cost. And it's not, there's nothing I can do about the shipping. I do it as inexpensively as I can. I use pirate ship. I do everything I can to try to keep the weight, down using lighter weight boxes or bags or whatever. But there is a base cost on all shipping, and it's usually $3 to $4. Hey, Wendy, how are you doing?
$3 to $4. Mine's $5, $5.63.
Yep. So there's a base price, and it's going to cost you.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Wendy Keller wants B and A.
Okay. All right.
Karen Jorgensen wants A, B, and C.
Okay. Thank you, Karen. Hey, Karen. How are you doing today, Karen? You said A and C?
B and C. A, B, and C.
A, B, and C. Okay.
I invoice Jira from PayPal. So I will send you a PayPal request, and then I'll send you a picture of your invoice in your email, but you pay through PayPal.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Wendy Keller, C.
All right. Give me a second. Let me get these tagged up so I don't lose track of what I've got. I am trying to just clear out some stuff that I just keep pushing aside. You know, you just put it aside, and so this morning I just started looking at all the different things that were sitting on my table in there and started trying to do something with it. So what I have left are 2 C's.
Did you get Wendy Keller a C?
Yep, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Anybody else?
And I'll show you. This is what I'm going to relabel these A and B, Debbie. You don't have to put it in again. But ladies, it's all the same, but these are the 2 pieces that I have left. So if you're interested in that, you can put in A or B.
Katie said she sent it. You should have it, but she sent it again.
Okay.
Karen Jorgensen will take the C.
Well, that's A and B. Karen, do you want A? Both of them have the blue stripe. This one has the little red flowers, and that has the blue little thingy medallions.
Let's see what Karen and Wendy both want A, but Karen came in first for C, which you didn't have a C. So I'm going to give it to Karen, Wendy, and A. So only thing left is B, Wendy Keller.
And it's basically the same, except it doesn't have the red flower. It's got that little blue medallion. That's the difference.
You might take Christy's dress off.
Okay.
Hey, Christy.
How are you doing? Hey, Christy, what are you and the boys up to today? Okay, I took her off, so it should come in. All righty. Wendy, do you want this? If you don't,
it says please, so I think she wants it.
Okay, you got it. Thank you. I may show the boxes again. Do y'all want to see the boxes again, or has everybody saw those? And
let's see them later in the show, Pearl. Let's keep moving.
Bossy britches. Okay.
Let's keep moving.
I love Debbie. Hang on. Y'all know that. I like to give her grief. Let's see what else I have on my table right here. I'm going to do alternate things. I'm going to throw a fabric down, and then I'll do something else. I have this one. I have a limited amount. It's a nice quilter's cotton. It came from Joann's. If you like reds, you'll like that one. It's going to be $2 a fat quarter, and I probably have about 8.
Are we doing this by itself?
Yeah, we'll do it by itself, and then I'll throw down some other things. Should have.
You don't like the camera.
I know it doesn't. That's why I get it up there.
Wendy Keller too.
Okay. I think it would be great for boho. It would be great for Christmas. It would be great farm because it has that kind of distressed look to it. If you're a red fan, I like all the colors. I just don't want to wear them all.
That's all I see.
Okay, no worries. These were in the closet in here for some reason instead of, they were high up on a shelf. But I need to get them down. All right. How about some lace? Done that one. So we'll do a couple of laces. I've got this one. It'll be A. What can I put down? Hold on a second. All right. I'm just putting this down so everybody can see the lace as well. So there's this pretty little rose lace. I have several yards. That's going to be A. And this one will be B. There we go. So they're both going to be $1 a yard, A and B.
Okay. Wendy Keller, A and B.
Okay. I love this one.
That's all I'm seeing.
Alrighty.
I got you, Wendy, for A and B, unless you want 2 of each, but I got you for an A and a B, sister.
Yeah. All right, come on. Here. Let's see. I really like these two. It's going to be hard to put them down though because they're both on the same thing. So A is this little fine floral. Very delicate. It is, let's see. It is just a hair over a half an inch. So that one's going to be A. I can't get fingers around that little pin. And this is going to be B. To me, it looked like a little dress. When it's kind of blurry, it looks like a little dress. And it is just a hair over an inch wide. So that's A and B, $1 a yard, Debbie. This one has a real, both of these have a really nice feel to it.
I wonder where all our lace girls are.
I don't know.
I might get a little worried because, man, do I have lace tomorrow. Not seeing anybody, Pearl.
All right, no biggie. Oh, that image that I put on my sale for today, I just grabbed the first thing I saw. And it was from one of my trips to Kenya. And it was taken from a bus. And it just is amazing how different that world is from ours. All right, let's see. There's no interest in lace. Let me see what I can find. I have buttons. Is anybody interested in button? So I'm going to have to move some of these off so we can do the alphabet, but it was a way I could keep them sorted and get them off my table. And I'll hold them up and show them to you. And we'll go. All right. There they are. There they are. Yep, that's all we can do. Chiquita, what's up with you? Are you doing okay? How's life treating you? A, B, C, D, E, F. Well, there's an F. Here's G, H, oh, you know what? We can fix this real fast. Voila.
How much are these, Pearl?
$1. Here is A. It's the only one I have. Very different. And it's multiple greens in there with the variegated type, almost like a wood grain. There we go. Here is B. It's 4 little multi-tone taupe colored with leaning almost to a gold in some of the shades. C is 2-dimensional. That's, you can see my fingernail go down in there, and it's
okay, Chiquita. I'll put it back in a minute.
all right. Here is a taupe colored with 3 buttons. Come on. Walmart, 10 cents. Here is La Mode, a 4-hole little dimensional button in gray tones. And I have 2 of F as in Frank, and it's gold. There's a fairly heavy weight. 7/8 inch. I think you could stamp on those or rust them or whatever. So that's F. G are clear, and there are 6, 8 buttons on there. Are they clear or white? I'm pretty sure they're clear. But that's not clear. Yep, they're clear. G are little square buttons. They're very different. They're really pretty. These are post buttons. They're black, and there's 4 on there. And these are, let's see, made in Italy, 5/8 inch. This is Button Craft. They were 59 cents. Doesn't say the size, but they're also a little post. It's got a little metal post. K are similar to this, but darker. I mean, you can see that they're somewhat transparent, but not completely. There's 4 of those. And then these are another little post button that's half of a circle. And that's it, Debbie.
All right, I'm going to put them back in. They said I got in a big hurry, so.
You always get in a big hurry, Debbie.
Well, I could see them.
I know. It's the lag. There's a terrible lag.
Chiquita, B.
All right. I did this the last time. Hold on a second. You'd think I would remember. What was that number again?
B is in boy.
B is in boy. Okay.
F is in Frank.
Got it.
Well, I think that's an I and a J.
Looks like
So
it's
B, F, I, and J.
okay.
And then she wants the other F.
You got it, girl. Thank you very much. All right. I'll get these out of the way. I just had so many buttons and I thought I'd just throw them down again. So I have I have one of these. They're a very smooth surface, glossy surface, and it's a very gold tone underneath. And then it's a darker edge. This is a taupe color, semi-transparent. Here is a gray tone. These are not transparent at all. You can see it through the hole, but you can't see it through the thing. Here is metal. May tarnish if washed. Antique silver. Got the light on. I don't know why it always seems so dark in here. That's D as in David. E as in Edward is this brown and black tone. It's got the two tones together. That's E as in Edward. There are 3 buttons on this La Mode. They're transparent as well, semi-transparent. F as in Frank. These are metals, and it's an open pattern. That's G as in George. These are a taupey brown tone. So it kind of goes between a taupe and a brown, depending on what you put it with. It's H. And this is obvious. It's a cream to darker gray. 4 buttons. Hold on. I've got another tray right here. My banker's boxes. And I went through all of them, so I shouldn't have any duplicates from one box to the other. This is a multi-tone white into a taupe tone. Here is like almost a cinnamon or pumpkin, more of a pumpkin flavor color. And here is a grayed out green, kind of a grayed green color. It does have a green cast to it. I'm not seeing it on my camera, but it does have a green cast to it, and that's L.
All right, $1. Chiquita A.
All right.
Karen Jorgensen J, as in Jack.
Oh, I've got my box covered, and it's like, what did I do with the bags? Where are the bags? All right.
And Chiquita G and K.
Those are different. I like buttons that are different. Well, do we want to give her G and then give Karen J?
I gave Karen J. And Chiquita gets A, G, and K.
Okay, I'm sorry. I need to let you do your job, don't I? All right, let's get these out of the way. do one more round. And I've got this Coats and Clark's. It's a silvery white. You know, it has a textured look, but it doesn't have a texture to it. The little metal around it does have a texture to it. That's going to be A. Here's some green ones. They're Lansing, 1/2 inch, little pretty greens with some dimension to the button and a little bit of variation in the colors. Color green in there. C is another green, but it's a flat tone. It looks blue on my monitor. These are like a Kelly green. It's going to be C. Here's another lighter green. That's showing up pretty true to color. It does go a little bit darker around the edge. That's going to be D.
Hello, Amy W.
Hey, Amy W. How are you doing today? These are, they were 29 cents. I don't see a size, but they look like they're 5/8 of an inch or a little bit bigger. And they do dip down in there. So there's a little bit of dimension in that. And here is a gray toned with a variation in the color. These are 5/8 inch. And here, I've got several of these. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. They are a wood look. Of course, they're not wood, but they're a wood look. It goes to almost a caramel color in the back, a light caramel. And then it has this line that goes through it right here. My fingernail can just go through that. So there's 4 of those. Here is a, you can see you've got some dimension. You've got the little dimension there. These are Vogue. They are manufactured in Atlanta, made in Holland. 3/4 inch. That's H. I have 2 of these La Petite. They're 5/8 inch. They're very dimensional. They're not flat. You can see you've got some dip right in there, and then you've got the line around it. That's I. I have 2 of these. They are La Mode, and they are dimensional this way. You've got a little bit, you know, right here. It's like a little bar sitting up on top of that. That's J. Here is K, another green button, 5/8 inch. Another, it's a post. It's got the small post. Not a post, it's got the, like a ridge that has the hole in it. All right, and I have 1 set of these. They're a gray tone with gold. And they have, there we go. You can see the shape to it now. That's L. So we'll do this round, and if there's no real interest, we'll move on to something else.
Kateri will take D as in David.
All right, let me get back to Terry. I like that color. Alrighty.
Petite, C as in Charlie.
Okay.
A and H.
A and
H.
H. Okay.
Karen Jorgensen will take B.
Okay. All right. Let's just move on and do something else. We can come back to buttons in a little bit. Let me get these settled over here. Oh. I may need those. I feel like I've never done this before. Let's see. What have we got? All right. I have 2 of these. I did some coffee stain stuff last year before I moved. And this is one of the little bundles I did, and I'll show you what I've got in it. So you get the pretty blue cloth bag. I coffee stained it. It has a small piece of lace, 2 different laces that's doubled over, and the little doily-like piece. So that's on there. On the inside, you've got a fat quarter of this tone. No, it's not a fat quarter. Let me tell you how much it is. I thought it was, but it's not. It's 20 inches by 12. So it's a fair size piece, and you can see it was coffee stained. There was some darker things in there that faded on it, so you've got other little texture in there. And then I put this little doily piece and a yard of this moire type ribbon that I coffee stained. I've got 2 of them. I'll do them for $3 each, Debbie. I'm trying to clean out my bin of coffee stain things so that I can do more coffee staining.
Paper Puddles will take A.
Okay. And you'll have to remind me. I know she told us her name. Carrie?
I don't know.
Remind me, Paper Puddles, because my brain is.
Hold on a minute. I'll see if I can find it. Carrie.
Okay. Thought so. And I have 1 more if anybody's interested.
Yeah, we got it. Carrie, thank you very much.
Thank you.
She said she sent her info, Pearl.
Fantastic. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, I did these. I'm trying to find something to put on the top. And I will have something.
Puddles will take B.
Okay, they were exactly the same. Who was it?
Paper Puddles. Carrie.
Carrie. Well, she got the 1, yeah. There's 2.
Well, she said B. She said A and then she said B.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're exactly the same, Carrie.
So do you want both of them, Carrie? I had a good birthday, Susan. Thank you for asking.
She's been out running around everywhere.
Yeah, I was gone all weekend. Jessica and Rex got pulling ponies, so we went to Kentucky and watched them pull their ponies.
Thank you, Carrie. I've got you for both. All right, I'm gonna dump this out in here. So this is the jam jar. I get these preserves. They're from Italy, and that's the only preserves I eat. Peach. I love the peach. So, but this is how it comes. I'm gonna get a circle to cover the top with. I just haven't found one yet. But this is what I've put in every jar. They're exactly the same. Well, other than this is different in every jar. But there's plenty of buttons. There's lots of pretty buttons and pearls. I put different sizes of pearls. I put different sizes of,
Thank you, JMH.
I can't think of what they're called. Brads. There's a bunch of little black safety pins. There's a yard of this pink ribbon. There's doily pieces. There's more brads, big brads. Lots of pearls, lots of buttons, lots of different, it's all different. This is different in every jar. I just grabbed and filled the jar with all the different little pieces. And then I put in some rusty safety pins, some tobacco coupons, a slide. They're not mine. I have no idea what they are. I haven't even looked at them. I put in a calling card. I put in, these are laundry tags. I believe they're called laundry tags. And then I had some of these. And then there's one of these in every one. There's all kinds of little medals. There's some of these little metal flowers in different colors. There's a little clock, a little alarm clock. I had a little bag of those that I got from somebody. So there's all kinds of stuff like that. There's some little crystal pieces like this in there. There's at least 3. Again, more buttons. There's 2 milk caps. That's more rusty paper clips and safety pins. I had these I'll show you those in a second. I had these left over from the watch parts that I did. They're nice little heavy cardboard, and you can make cute little ephemera pieces with that. There's a little domino. There's the other milk cap, more gears, more pins. And I had these little teeny playing cards. So everybody got a face card and then 2 other cards. So I have 5 of these, Debbie, and I'm going to do them for $3 each.
Ready?
And I'm going to just stuff everything back in there.
Kateri.
Okay.
Hi, Carol L. Carol L wants it, but she don't want the jar.
Okay.
Janine Anderson.
Hey, Janine, how are you doing? And hey, Carol.
Deborah Wilson. Kateri doesn't want the jar either.
Okay, no jar. I was trying to get rid of the jars.
Well, I'll take the jars. Jira, is it Jira Soul? Jira wants one. Is that how I pronounce it? Am I pronouncing it wrong?
I'm going to make a list instead of doing these little tags. So give me just a second, okay? I've got Kateri.
Oh, Jira is named Kim.
Kim, okay.
Kim. How many you got left? Carol L will take another one.
All right, that Kim is Jirsal. So I have 1 more left.
After Carol's 2?
No, that's it.
Okay. Carol. Oh yeah, Carol wants another one.
Okay, no jars.
All right, that's it.
That's it. I figured I was going to lose all these little notes, so I'm just going to put those away. And I'm just going to get this out of the way. I'll put this over here. All right, this is an oddball thing, but I've got some oddball things that I've got to do something with. Back when I had tons of cigar boxes, a lot of people wanted these. These are wooden pieces that they would have in the cigar boxes. They're all different sizes. You can see the difference in that. Is anybody interested in any of these?
I think it'd be cute with lace rolled around it.
Well, you can.
Yeah, we didn't take you off the jars, Janine. You get the jar. Oh,
Yeah,
she'll take the jars.
You'll take the
So
jar.
I guess if you want to send Janine all the empty jars, you can.
Okay. Well, I get about 2 jars a month. I go through. I can make a jar of the preserves last a couple weeks. So.
Well, the Carol that didn't want the jars, give Janine her jars.
Yeah, I will.
And Kateri's jar, I guess.
All right.
So how much are these, Pearl?
I'll do 3 for $1. No matter what size, 3 for $1. And you can see I've got a good many. And if you want larger or smaller, you can tell me. I just hate to throw things away if somebody can use it to do something with.
That's why you have a house full of stuff.
Exactly.
Well, I don't see anybody interested, so put them in my, any deal for all of them.
That's Janine.
Well, Janine's going to take what, 5 sets, Janine? And then, well, Jameen might take some. So how many you have?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. And I have 1, 2, 3 more. I have 3 more sets. And hey, Jameen, how are ya?
So what do you got?
I have 3 more sets left.
So Jameen, you want the 3 sets, $3? How are you, Jameen?
They still do
Janine
sell.
wants it. Okay, say, oh, wait a minute. 5, 3 for $1. No, wait a minute. So Janine is saying set. So do you just want 3, Janine? You just want 1 set? Because she put down 5. They're 3 for $1. So
yeah, 3 for $1.
Tell me what you want, Janine. And then maybe Jameen will take what's left if you make her a deal. But I got to know what Janine wants. I just figured she wanted 5 sets, 3 for $1.
Yeah,
that's 15.
Yeah.
Let me know, Janine.
I'm going to get some water real quick. My throat's getting scratchy.
Thank you, Jameen. I appreciate it. Yeah, she wanted 5 sets.
Okay, and then Jameen will get the rest.
So, Jameen, you want the last 3 sets? Yes. Okay, I think she's saying yes.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, ladies. Well, I can always think of things to do with stuff, and then it's like, but I don't have time to do it, and then I don't want to get rid of it because somebody might want it. And let's see what else I've got right here. I have these organza things that people use for stuff, but I have no earthly idea. So I'm just going to do 2 for $1. And I have 4 sets.
2 for $1. They zipper or anything? What are they?
No, they're just, I think they use them for like bouquets to put, around, like you've got a bouquet of flowers and you put it in there.
Where did you get them at, Pearl?
I have no idea. I get weird stuff. And
you got the weirdest stuff.
I know. I'm okay with that.
I am not seeing anybody.
Okay. Oh, let's see what else I've got. All right.
Wait a minute. Deborah Wilson's going to take them all.
You got it, Deb. Thank you. How are you doing today? I'm excited. I'm going to Gibbs Gardens tomorrow. I'm beside myself with excitement. I haven't been in several years, and I am excited.
Thank you.
All right, let me see. Let me look around and see what else I've got. I did that. I did that. I have random coffee stained things. So let me get my little tape measure out and I'll show you what I've got. So this is a piece of fabric. Had this blue roses and the pinks and everything in it. And you can see the marks on the from the coffee staining. It varies. So I'm going to do this as pieces, and the pieces will be about 17.5 by 14, and I'll do them for $1 per piece. It's all together. So if somebody gets more than one, I won't cut it. You'll get a double-sized piece. But there are 4 available. And here's what the back side looks like. Trying to get rid of some of the coffee stains so I can have room to make new
Janine will take one.
Okay, thank you, Janine.
Carrie, Paper Puddles will take two.
Okay, that leaves
Then what
one.
do you got left? Because
One.
Janine said she'd take them all.
Okay, so you both get two, and I won't cut it into 4 pieces. I'll cut it into 2. I love it when I can save on cutting time. Okay, put that right there. Here is a piece. And it was the lining of a wedding dress. And it's, it varies, and it's kind of rounded. There's a seam right here. It was on the bias. But it'll make nice tear pieces. So it's $1 to the first me. Trying to empty bins. You can make flowers with that too.
Carrie, Paper Puddles.
Okay, thank you, Carrie. All right. I have another piece. This is larger. It's not as stained. The fabric is a little bit different too. But again, it's the lining from a wedding dress. Here was the waist, and the hem was down there. So this is a little bit bigger piece. You can see it's not as darkly stained. They all do a little bit differently. And I'll do this one for $2 to the first me. It's twice as much fabric.
Nobody else wanted the organza circles, I don't think, Deb.
I didn't see anybody else.
You took them all, so I don't think anybody wanted them. Oh, well, I guess 2 for $1. I guess Janine wanted one.
Okay.
So why don't you give Janine one and give Deborah the rest? Sorry, Deborah, I didn't see that.
Well, that's why they keep us straight, Debbie. And that is perfectly fine with me. There we go. It's done. It's taken care of. And I see Carrie for this one as well, Debbie, so I'm getting it out of the way.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was waiting for you to.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm going to do 2 pieces of this. This was a curtain of some sort. There's the hem, there's the side. This is, I like the netted look of this. So let me find the right edge. Okay, right there to the bottom of the hem is about 20 inches. And then I can do 2 pieces that are about 25 inches. And I'll do them for $1 a piece, Debbie. I think this would be really fun to cut up and use behind things.
How many you got?
Only 2. I only have 2.
Okay.
Again, I'm just trying to empty that bin.
Jameen will take one.
Okay. If nobody else comes in and you want it all, Jameen, let me know.
Deborah, there's only one left. I'll give you one. Oh, wait. Janine came in first. Boy, it is lagging because she just jumped right above Deborah.
Yeah.
So Jameen and Janine, and sorry, Deborah, they only had 2.
Yeah. Sorry. All right, here is, I don't know, I think this must have been a dust ruffle of some sort. It's fairly wide, deep. and it had a yellow cast already to the fabric. Oh no, this was a drapery piece because this was at the top. So let me see what I've got here. And you can see the stitching. It's just great utility fabric to use for different things. These are going to be bigger pieces, and I'm ishing, kind of an ish, about 25 by 18. It does have a hem in it, so you could take that hem out too. But this one stained a little bit differently. It didn't hold the coffee as well, but it still got lots of staining on it. And I'll do it for, I have 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces, and I'll do $1 per piece.
$1 a piece.
Yep. I gotta go turn the air conditioner up. I'm freezing. Just take me a second.
Deborah is going to take 2.
Hold on.
Oh, how many you got?
Sorry, I have 8.
Oh, 8. Okay. And Amy Wilcox will take 2.
Okay. All right, ladies, let me know if you want any more than that, because there's a total of 8. All right. I had done these. These are great to stamp on. And these were just strips that I had. And there's 3 strips in a bulb pen. They're all different. They're not exactly the same. And they'll be $1 each. The air conditioner came on. I'm standing here shivering, so I ran to turn it up so it'd go off.
Janine?
Forgot to turn it off this morning. All right, got Janine.
Carrie, Paper Puddles.
Okay.
And Deborah for 2.
I only have 1, Deb, but I've got some in there I can tear. So I'm going to put 2 on here because I'll make up another one. I've got some strips in there.
I'll add 2 more of the last one, please. Okay, what did we sell last?
That was that yellowy color.
Oh, yeah. So Deborah wants 2 more of those.
Okay, you got it. And I'm not going to cut it. You'll get the big long piece. Okay, I'll put those right there. This is it's a feed sack or a grain sack of some sort. You can see it's still together right here. And I coffee stained it. I crunched it. Bunched it. You can see where it didn't take a lot of the stain there because it was bunched in. I'm going to need at least $6 for this one, Debbie. If nobody wants the whole thing, I'll cut it into pieces for $1.50 and you'll get a piece this size. And it would be a piece about 20.5. These are ish by about 18.5 if nobody wants the whole thing.
Carrie.
Thank you, Carrie. All right. Thank you very much. I had this fabric that I did. This is a tone-on-tone fabric that I'm going to move that big piece out of the way. So these are fat quarters. And here's the tone-on-tone fabric pattern. And there it is. with the coffee stain. And I have, there's one. That's the back. Let's see. And they're all different. This one has lighter. Some of them are darker.
Hi, Dawn Messenger.
One. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 pieces. They're already cut or torn, and they'll be $2 each. I love how it does on the coffee stain part. You can really see the pattern then.
For 1. Deborah for 2.
Okay. I have 3 more if anybody wants them. It was fun. I like doing the coffee staining. I like to twist it up and let it sit for a little while, and then I'll open it up and shake it out and twist it into another shape. And then this is not cut. This was if I'm not mistaken, this was a muslin. It was a natural muslin that I coffee stained. And I'll put it down this way so you can see more of the patterning in it. You know, it didn't take as dark. Of course, I probably did this at a different time, different weather. The weather can make all the difference in the world. If I've got a lot of really high, hot sun, it pulls the coffee up to the top and makes it a little bit darker. But it's still got some pretty patterning in the staining. And I have, let's see, I think I have 2 yards. 1, 2. I do have 2 yards. So I have 8 fat quarters for $2 a fat quarter. And you could press this out and put it on something and run it through your printer as well. I wonder if this was tea stain, maybe. It could have been that it was a tea stain and not a coffee stain, and that's why it's not as dark.
Not seeing anybody.
Nobody? Okay. I'll do something with it. I got my sewing machine plugged up. I'm going to sit down and see how it works. Absolutely, Carrie. If I don't have to cut it, I don't cut it. If you ask for 2, you'll get a half yard. You'll get 2 fat quarters. So I don't cut anything I don't have to cut.
So did you give Carrie 2?
Yep, I've got her for 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I cut an awful lot of fabric, and if I don't have to cut, I am thrilled. All right, I'm looking. This is the last piece I have of this, and it's coffee stained, and it is cotton. This was a part of an antique curtain, and I'm just going to lay it out so you can see the design. This is the last piece I have that I'm aware of. I always think I'm done with something, and then I find more of it, but this was in the coffee stain bin. And it is a nice long piece. It is 32 inches by 20 inches. And I'll do it for $4 to the first me. And it is an antique curtain piece, and it is made out of cotton, heavier cotton thread. You can see how thick that thread is. Okay, Carrie, thank you. Now, I sell every week. I invoice every other week. I just invoiced this past week. I won't be invoicing again until next week. Yeah, I know, Deb. I hate that you have to work on my Tuesdays. All right, I did this last sale. I'm going to go ahead and offer it again in case there's anybody in here that missed it. This is what I call a utility eyelet. It is not the very best quality. It's not the worst. But it's not what I would call a fine eyelet. And I did it for $1 a yard, and I still have plenty. So if anybody's interested.
I don't know what you're saying me to, Karen, but it's sold. We're putting in lace now, $1 a yard.
Yeah, y'all keep refreshing. You have to refresh your live chat constantly in order to keep it kind of with the program. Otherwise, it can get really wonky.
Dawn Messenger for 2.
Okay. Hey, Dawn, how are you doing? This would be great to coffee stain and tea stain and even stamp on. Get that out of the way. And I do have a wider, it's in my closet right here. Now, let me grab that real quick in case there's some interest in it. It's right here.
Janine for 3. Janine for 3.
Okay, let me grab that one. Alrighty. I've got a ton of this one, and this again is more of a utility. This would be great for coffee staining and dyeing with other mediums, other colors, and stamping on. This would be great to stamp on it. And I've got a ton of this, and it's 2 yards for $1. And if you're not sure whether you've gotten any or not, I can tell you right here. And there is a lot of this. And I'll be coffee staining a lot of this summer.
Janine 3.
Okay.
Deborah 5.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, ladies. I have a fabric that
Dawn said if she hadn't gotten any, she'll take 2.
let me see. Let me see. Nope, you didn't get any, so I'll put you down for 2. Here we go. I found this fabric when I was cleaning some things out of the storage room. And had been trying to decide whether to bring it out or not. It's going to be a little on the more pricey side. It is a very vintage damask pattern from Japan. It's a very, very nice fabric. It has a wonderful feel to it. I don't know the content. Here's the right side. That's the wrong side, but look at the pattern on the right side. Let me see. I'm going to fold this over. and bring it up. It is a gorgeous fabric. I feel like it has silk in it because my hands usually say ick when it's a synthetic fiber. It's going to be $4 a fat quarter. It does have the Japanese, I don't know if that's the company or the style or whatever. I've got 6 yards, but it's going to be $4 a fat quarter.
Deborah for 1.
Okay. I feel like it has to be silk.
Susan Heartstrings for 1.
Okay. Thank you, Deb and Susan. This came out of that estate sale that Marty Michelle, the quilt maker, she traveled the world and taught quilting all over the world. And she did go to Japan. She had a lot of stuff from Japan. I've been kind of just hoarding it, not sharing it. And then there is this one. It has that same feel of silk. And it came from the same estate sale. I don't see anything on the selvage. It's a beautiful red. And let's see if I can get this to show up. And it does feel like silk as well. I mean, my fingers love silk. It's so hard to get the damask to show up. But it's the same thing. I have less of this. I think I only have 4 yards of this one. And it'll be $4 a fat quarter. Maybe kimono fabric. There's nothing that tells me that it is. And it has a moire pattern in the background with this red, with this pretty chrysanthemum.
Deborah wants 2, and she wants another one of the last round.
Okay, you got it, Deb.
And JMH wants 1 of this.
Okay, thank you, Zan. But I hate synthetics. As soon as I touch a synthetic, it's just like, yuck. I don't like it. You got
And
it, Zan.
JMH wants 1 of the last one also.
Okay, you got it. Let me get your name on that one. Thank you, thank you. Put that right there with that. And let's see what else I can find. What else can I find? I was going to get some books together, but I didn't have the time to do that. I do have a few napkins. These are blue and white polka dot. Camera may hate that. Just a white pin dot on, not quite a navy blue. To me, this has a hint of a tealish color in it. I have 2, 3, 4 of those. That'll be A. Let's see. I am really settled in, but now I'm trying to go through and reorganize certain areas and get things together. So I have this really pretty, this to me looks like a 70s, 80s fabric print.
Out there with you.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. That'll be B. I only have 2 of these. And that'll be C. And let's see, I only have 1 of this one, and it needs to be used. That'll be D as in David. It's a little pretty slate blue with tiny little pinky flowers on it. Kind of the darker tone goes into like a deep, deep rose. There's only 1 D. And they're $1 each, Debbie. And that's E. Here's an E. Oh. No.
Yeah, I told her JMH.
Yeah. I guess I better make a list on those. That'll be easier.
JMH, A times 2.
Okay.
Dawn Messenger, A, B as in boy, D as in dog.
Well, that's C, not D. Hello. I got my letters all mixed up. Totally missed the C, didn't I? All right.
Amy Wilcox, B times 2.
Okay, got it.
Carrie, A and E.
Okay.
And that is it.
All right, let me pin these on so I don't lose them. Dawn, do you want both of those or just the one? Because I have 1 left. I still have plenty of these if anybody wants more of those. Alrighty. I love my new table. All right, let's see.
1. You said 1. Oh, over there by my chair.
They're going gallivant again today, y'all.
Oh, Jack's carrying in so many packages and he's frowning at me.
I can't imagine why.
I can't either.
Okay, this is the little
buttons. I'll probably be selling buttons.
Lace and buttons.
Lace and buttons.
1, 2. Okay, it's a little over 2 yards wide, 2 yards long, and a little over 1.5 yards wide. This is a tablecloth. It just has the serged edge. It's a really pretty cranberry red. It has the slub texture in it. You can see all the little lines and all the little knots. And I'll sell the entire tablecloth for $10 to the first me, or I'll do halves and quarters.
How much was the whole?
$10 whole. It's a nice button. It's a huge amount of fabric. It's got lots of lint on it from being around my stuff.
And if nobody wants the whole, what are you doing?
I can do halves and quarters. $5 for half, $2.50 for a quarter. And you're getting more than a yard of fabric in a quarter. This is just not your red. It's more of a cranberry, dark cranberry color.
Not seeing anybody.
Okay, no worries. I'll get it out of the way. Let me make a note though, so if I bring it back out at some point in the future. I tell you, I'll go to 8 whole and 4 and 2 if anybody's interested in that. It's a nice fabric to use. Not, I'll maybe cut it up and do something with it. I got to get that sewing machine going so I can sew.
I don't see anybody.
Okay, so I'm just going to go with 8, 4, and 2 and put today's date. I'm trying to get better about dating things so I don't bring it back out anytime in the near future. This one is a Christmas red. It's 60 by 120 inches. And somebody put masking tape on there with the measurement. So I'll do the same thing. 8 whole or 4 for half and 2 for quarter.
All right, 8. All right.
And it's a nice dense fabric too. It's a bright Christmas red.
Not seeing anybody.
Okay, no worries. Get that out of the way. Let's see what else I can dig up right here.
Thanks for stopping, Chiquita.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. All right, this is a table runner. It's a tapestry-like fabric. It's a very lightweight fabric. It's not a heavy tapestry. It's got a lot of pretty blue and rose colors in it, even into a darker, almost a burgundy in that dark part of the rose. And it has the tassel on both ends. Pretty light green. Well, I said both ends. Yep, both ends. So we've got one more than a yard and a half in length. I didn't count this part. And let's see. It is 13 inches wide. I'm going to say $4 for the whole thing. It's light enough it'd make a nice cover. And then you've got the tassels you can use too. And you've got multiple shades of blue, brown.
Deborah.
Deborah? Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. There. All right. I would love for this to go away. It's a little heavy. It's a pillow. Somebody made it. There's the seam right there. If you don't want the insides, I will take it out. It's like it's got another pillow in there. But it's this pretty little Victorian type fabric with the little tiny flowers in the stripe. So it is about 12 by 13. So if anybody's interested in it for $2, you can have it for $2. I'll send it as is. It feels like it's got feathers in it, so I'd really rather not have to take it apart. but I will. I love the fabric.
You better go somewhere when you take the feathers out of that, somewhere where they don't fly everywhere in that man's yard.
I know.
It'll be a mess.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's a little. All right, where are you? Let's see. This is a very nice weight. It's not a quilter's cotton. It's heavier than that. It's like a pillow weight.
I'm not seeing anybody.
Okay, well, I'll deal with that later. It's got to go. I'm trying to clean this space out now that I've gotten moved in and settled. I have this random piece of silk, sorry silk, that I got from somebody else and probably paid way too much for at the time. But it's a beautiful little pattern. You've got your hexagons with the flower symbol in there, and then you've got your little borders. I'll do it for $2 to the first me, Debbie. It's a beautiful silk.
I know, Dawn. I've taken a whole feather tick apart one time, and oh my God, was it a mess.
Yeah, I don't do feathers. My allergies are too bad to deal with feathers.
Not seeing anybody.
Okay. That's going to go over here. Let's see. What else have I? Let's do these again. Let's offer these. I had these on the table when we first started. And what I did was I've got these boxes that I got from Dollar Tree forever ago and then never filled them. Because I really like to use cigar boxes and other nicer boxes. But I looked at this and I had a bin full of all different kinds of really colorful laces. So I thought, well, I'll just put the two together. So I have two boxes in this pattern. And then I have one.
It might not be too bad. She could figure the shipping for you, Carrie, and let you know on that pillow. She thought maybe it might change the shipping cost a lot.
I can do a weight on it for you and let you know. Do you know, I have actually added as much as 2 and 3 pounds to somebody's order and the shipping didn't change. So there's always a base, and then you can go a certain distance away from that base and it's the same. And then you go up, you hit that next step and it goes up a little bit. So this is the box that's different. It's got a purple in it. They're very similar. That's the only difference. Everything else is exactly the same. It's bits and pieces of all different colors, all different things. And here's some little peach colored.
Yeah, she can let you know when she puts all your order together, Carrie. So just put that pillow in Carrie's, but then if it changes shipping a lot, she probably don't want it.
I'm going to put a question mark on it, and that way I'll know to be looking for your note. That pen's too thick. Whew. And it's got some green in it. Here's a different, this is a off-white. Here's a pretty pink. Here's a little piece of this. So this is just out of that little bin that I had that had all different colors in it. Piece of this lace. A lot of this lace is vintage. I mean, this is the vintage doll lace. I haven't had any of this doll lace in forever. Here's another pretty green. Here's a little teeny yellow. Here's this white with orange. It's a nice size piece of this. Here's another pink. Here's a tiny off-white with this little blue in it. A little piece of crochet. Here's a blue little lace. Here is a rose-colored lace. And here is this yellow ruffle. And inside every box is a piece of this green. So, and I put a bag of different colored buttons in there. So I'm going to say $4, Debbie.
For this?
Yep, $4. I have 3 of them. 2 of them are like, we'll say B. This is B. And the striped one is A. My nose is itching now from that pillow.
Susan, well, which one do you want, Susan? A or B or C?
No, there's A and B.
A and B. Well, let me see what Susan wants because she's first. So Susan, A or B? Susan wants B. Wendy Keller wants A. And then Kim will take the last B.
Wonderful. Thank you, ladies. That got rid of some of that lace in my little bin and these little boxes that have been floating around. I am still working on my lace paper that I'm working on. I just haven't had time lately to get to it, but I'm going to be getting that ready to bring that out soon. All right. These here. Let's see those. Oh, I have. Oh. I just saw this. Somebody else wanted some of that curtain, and I can't remember who it was. These are the only 2 pieces. They were still in the bin over there. I had forgotten about them. So this is that same cotton antique lace curtain, and I'll do this for $2.50 to the first me, Debbie. I thought that was all of it, but apparently
Janine.
Overlooked it. Okay. Thank you, Janine.
Wendy Keller. Oh, no, you only got one?
Only got one. Yep. Janine got the other piece. Who got the other piece? It's right here. I can tell. Here, he got the other piece. So there could be more. I've got 4 or 5 bins that are full of fabrics and things to coffee stain. I could have more in there that I hadn't done yet, but this is all I have right now for sure. All right. Looking for something different. Here is a piece of suede fabric. Not suede. Suede. Faux suede. And it is 38 inches wide. Well, it's going to be 19. I'm going to have 4 pieces, 19 inches by 24 inches. And it is a faux suede. And there's the back. So you'll have 19 by 24 inches, and I'm going to do it for $2 a fat quarter. And I'll have 4. looking around to see if there's anything else that's super interesting, super different. I'm trying to find different things.
Kateri wants 2.
Okay. Thank you, Kateri. I don't see anybody else coming in. Kateri, do you want the whole piece for $1.50 a fat quarter? So that would be $6 for the whole thing.
She's saying sure.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you. And that way I don't have to cut it. I love it. All right. I have some of these left. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 of these left. This is a 100% cotton trim. And I've done it before where I've put a little bit of glue and cut and then use that for a little tassel like dangle. They were $1 a fat quarter, $1 a piece, $1 a yard. And I have, what did I say, 4 or 5 left? 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 6. I have 6 left. If nobody's interested, they're going to go in the next coffee bath.
Deborah wants 3.
Okay, thank you, Deb.
That's all I'm seeing.
Okay, that's fine. I have this fabric. It's a pretty multi-colored, or has a distressed, not a distressed, I can't think today. It has a splotchy look with different colors, but it's got a pretty pink, peachy tone to it with that little pattern in it. You sure can, Kateri.
Kateri wants 1 of the trim.
Yeah. So I've got at least 3 yards of this, and it's $2 a fat quarter, Debbie. So that would be 12 fat quarters. And I'll get your name on there right now. Got it. I like this because it's got a lot of movement in the fabric, a lot of the swirls and different colors.
Deborah wants the rest of the trim.
Okay. You got it. It is a cute fabric.
Dawn Messenger.
Okay, thank you, Dawn.
Carrie for 2.
Okay, thank you, Carrie.
And Wendy Keller.
Okay, thank you, Wendy. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. This one is an oddball one, but I still just think it's really pretty to put lace over. It's just blotchy green. This one's $1 a fat quarter, Debbie. And Dawn, I know you've gotten 1 yard of this. I mean, 1 fat quarter of that one. I'm trying to find a piece of lace I could put over it. Something that's wider. It's not very wide. I mean, you can hide a lot with lace and other papers and things where you just get the green coming through without it being overly busy.
Amy Wilcox for 2. Janine for 2. And Dawn Messenger for 2.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, ladies. Trying to move some of this fabric out. Alrighty. And I've never shown this one. And it's very different. If you like black, if you can use black, it's almost just like a batik. And you go from a deep gray to a really dark black. And I have to do $2 a fat quarter on this one. I paid more for this and I really regretted it after I bought it. But again, when you're using lace over it, you're just getting the little touches of the color underneath. I don't have a wide lace right here that I could throw down.
Janine for 2. Deborah for 2.
Okay. I don't know what happened to my thing. There we go. Hey, Lori, how are you doing today?
Paint Girly for 1.
Okay. Whoop, just knocked that lace in the floor. Thank you, ladies. I did bring some gingham. I've got a bin of gingham. It's all older gingham. If anybody's interested in gingham, let me know and I'll grab some of it. And then we can go ahead and do this lace if you'd like. Let me throw this black back down here again because it sure did show up pretty on it. This is $1 a yard and I have 10 yards of it. Good, I'm glad.
Susan, heartstrings for 1. And Dawn wants to see the gingham.
Okay. I will bring it out. I've grabbed the tub out of my storage room. For those of y'all that are new to me, I just moved at Christmas into this space from a teeny tiny space. And I have so much more space here. I have a storage room that is about 15 by 20. I have 10 shelving units in there.
Dawn Messenger for 2. Wendy Keller for 2.
So I ran in there and grabbed my bin of gingham. I've got a lot organized, but there's still, you know, it takes a while when you move. So I'm still working on some things. But this place is just amazing. I have so much more room. And I don't have people above me that are, they're the quietest people I've ever known. I mean, I hear almost no noise from up there. Every now and then I hear they've got a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old. And so it's one of them. And they must not be happy because they're stomping. It doesn't bother me because it's no noise in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's funny because, like, I've had teenagers, I know. So I just kind of laugh when I hear that. But it's just amazingly beautiful neighborhood and really nice people. So, and no construction. Just where I was, they were doing construction constantly. So I have 1 yard of this gingham, and it was a curtain. And so your fat quarter would be 18 inches wide. So it'd be 18 by 18 inch pieces. You do have the seam. Actually, I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I have to. So see, this is stitched right here. So we're going to say 18 inches wide, 18 inches long for $1. And I would have 8 of those. And if you ask for more than one, in sets of 2, you'll get it uncut. So this is that pretty green. This is not a quilter's cotton weight. This is a little bit heavier. It's not tons heavier, but it's not a quilter's cotton. And it's that pretty green.
How much?
$1 per 18. And that's an ish. It may be just a little bit wider. And I might be able to make it a little bit longer depending on.
I think, oh, okay. Carrie, no problem. Paint girly.
Okay.
Kateri for 2.
Okay.
And Carrie for 2.
And for those of y'all that are new to me, if I have extra fabric, I mean, if there's going to be 3 or 4 inches left, I'm not keeping that. I'm going to add it to your fabric. I don't want to keep little bits and pieces. So I try to be generous with what I get.
Dawn for 2 and Deborah for 2.
Okay. This is one of my favorite colors in gingham too. I had a ton of that. It was a nursery set that I had. And this one is, okay, we're talking.
I get the buckle section of fabric. Carrie wants the buckle section of fabric.
Sure.
The section where the rings are.
Yep, you got it. I love green too. My eyes are green. That's my favorite color. I nannied my grandson from the time he was born. And we would have this thing where we'd say, what's your favorite color? He'd ask me what my favorite color was. And I'd say green, like my eyes. And I'd ask him, and he'd say blue, like my eyes. Now, on this piece, there were rings. This was a Roman shade. So I saw one spot right there that still had the thread. I tried to catch all those, but I didn't. I can feel it right there. I've got 1 yard of this. It's going to be, the fat quarter is going to be wide. It's 26 inches. So we're going to do $2 a fat quarter, and I have 4. There's only 4. It's not wide enough to break it down any smaller than that and make it worth it.
JMH, if you're still here, I got some neat hardware I'll be selling tomorrow and some neat old wooden knobs. Kateri.
Okay. Got her. Kateri, you're the only one. Let me know if you want more. And this again is not quilter's cotton. It's a drapery weight. I'll put that right there in case somebody else comes in. Let's see what I have of this. Now this is a older piece. It is the big red and white.
If you friend me on Facebook, Carrie, I'll share it out with you tomorrow, but it's Debbie Ham, Dutch Ridge Primitives.
All right, this is your standard. Yeah, this is your standard width cotton fabric. I don't know that I would use this for a quilt. It's a little thinner. This probably would have been used more for a blouse or a dress or something like that. It's the 1-inch square, and it looks like I have, let's see, have at least 4 or 5 yards. So we'll do $1.50. I was doing it for 2. We'll do it for $1.50 a fat quarter. And I probably have 4, 8, 12, probably have about 16.
I'll be selling at noon tomorrow, Carrie.
Yeah, and I was
Central Time.
I was going to sell, but I have a chance to go to a wonderful, wonderful garden where the tulips are blooming and the daffodils are blooming. It's wonderful. Nobody for this one?
No, I'm not seeing it.
Let me get it out of the way. All right, let me put this right here so I won't forget. This one. Let's see what else I can find. All right, I found another piece of that green. I'm going to put it with the other green to make sure I have enough for everybody. Here is, that's the blue. Here is a very vintage turquoise blue tiny check. And I have 2 yards. So that'll be 8 fat quarters. It's the little check, and it's definitely a turquoisey blue. It doesn't look it on there. What can I put it against? Let's see. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, that's the color. There's 8 of those. We'll do them for $1.50, Debbie. This is a vintage fabric, though.
How many do you have?
I have 8.
Okay. I am not seeing anybody.
Okay. That's all right. I'm just going to put this on here so I can remember what I did.
Oh, Dawn Messenger will take one.
Okay. Thank you, Dawn. Oh, got it. All right. Let's see. I have this teeny micro. See what I have here. All right, it's folded wrong. All right, this is less than a yard, so I'm just going to do it as I can do, let me tell you how long it is. It's 35 inches, so it's not a yard. It's a really pretty, now this is that, it's a very vintage. You can tell by the selvages when they don't have any information on the selvage. This was early 70s to mid 80s before they started widening the selvage. But this is that same pretty green. It's looking lighter, but it's not. Let me see. Nope. See, it looks almost like a celery green, but it's not. It's the typical. It's just like that other one that I did. It's the same green, but the camera's not wanting to show it. It's looking like a celery, and there's not one. So I'm thinking I'll do the whole piece for $3 to the first me, Debbie. It's not quite a yard. It's an inch off of a yard. And this way I don't have to cut anything.
Kateri.
Okay, thank you, Kateri. Where are y'all going this afternoon, Debbie? Ball game, right?
Colin has a ball game.
Yeah. I miss those days. Liam's not doing any sports. And the funny thing, Lisa sent me a message. My daughter sent me a message. Liam is 9 and he's in a chess team at his school. And she sent me a message last night. She said, I forgot to tell you their tournament is at Burtmore High School, which is where I went to high school. She thought that was really funny. And I did too. I'm not going. It's too far and you don't get to watch him anyway. All right, this piece is 27 inches long. It's a bright sunny yellow. This is a newer fabric. It is not a woven gingham. It's a printed gingham. It's a drapery weight, or you could use it what I would call light upholstery. But so you can tell by the selvage, it's a newer fabric. I'll do this piece for $2 to the first me. It's a nice weight to use for a journal, and it's a pretty color. Pretty sunny yellow.
Deborah for 2.
Okay. It's one piece, all of it for $2.
Oh, well, then Deborah gets it.
Yeah. I'm kind of getting into the empty this bin thing. All right, let's see. Here is a piece of this really blue green. And again, this is a vintage piece. It is a yard long, but it's only half the width. So again, I'm going to do a one piece. This is one piece for $2 to the first me. And it's that dark blue green, and this is like a quilter's weight or a crafter's weight. It's not a drapery weight.
Dawn Messenger.
Okay, thank you, Dawn. All righty. Let's see how much of this I have. It's got something pinned to it. All right. This is a true gingham. It's a vintage gingham. And I'm opening it up to make sure there's nothing cut out of this. So I know. There's one. There's 2 fat yards. And it is a traditional red and white small gingham. And it is a quilter dress weight. And you can see the size of the check. And I have 8 available. I'll do them for $1.50 a fat quarter, Debbie. That's farm, that's summer, that's picnic, that's kitchen journal, you know, cooking, summer cooking, cookbook thing. I was looking at that word from a distance and I was thinking, what is that word you just got in there?
Deborah wants one.
No, she wants a yard, so she wants 4.
Oh, a yard. Okay.
Yeah.
And Paint Girly wants one.
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Lori and Deb. I'm going to get my eyes examined and get real glasses. These Dollar Tree glasses are just not working for me anymore. It's just hard for me to find glasses at the optometrist. They're always too heavy. And then I wind up not wearing them and going back to the Dollar Tree glasses. So, oh yeah, a lot of people want the selvages when I cut a fabric or tear a fabric, like the sheets and everything, because they use them for ties and things. All right, there's that one. Let's see what else. See if I can come up with something different. I got a ton. It's just all down in here. All right, let me see how much I have of this one. All right, this is a drapery piece, and in it I have 1.5 yards. So I have 1.5 yards. It's going to be a little bit more because it's wider. It is that drapery weight. You can see the top here. I measured below that seam and above the hem. So that's not, you'll get it, but I'm not counting that as part of your fabric. So this is a pretty pink and white. I have 6 fat quarters. They're going to be $2.50 a fat quarter. These are it's a much wider piece of fabric. It is. It's 34 inches wide.
Didn't even hit the enter button. Sorry.
So you're getting a really big piece. It's 34 inches wide by your 18 inches. Plus you'll get that top. Somebody will.
JMH.
Okay. Thank you, Zan.
Carry for 2.
Okay. Thank you, Carrie. I have 3 more if anybody's interested. All right, let's see. I'm trying to pull ones that I have a little bit more fabric on, but this is really, I'm hitting the bottom of the bin. This is a printed, it's a curtain, and it's a printed gingham. I have 1.5 yards, almost 2 yards. So you'll be getting a huge fat piece. And so you can see you're going to get 2 fabrics. You're going to get the lining and you're going to get this printed. This is kind of the 80s when they did the little wave in it. I don't know if I can get it to show it.
Wait a minute. Carrie's going to take the rest of that fabric, the last fabric.
All right, you got it. Thank you, Carrie. It's a pretty one. It's a nice fabric. So this one is like a quilter's cotton weight, and you're getting the lining at the same time. And I have, let's say 6, 8. I have 8 pieces of it. I'm going to put this one down because it's smaller. So you're going to get a nice wide piece. The width is 21 inches, and then you're going to get more than 18 inches. All the pieces will be more than 18 inches. And I have 8.
For how much?
For $2. You're getting the 2 fabrics, and you're getting a big fat quarter. Because I don't want to keep any of I don't keep little pieces. I don't want to hold on to little bitty pieces of fabric.
Not seeing anybody.
No? All right. Let me date this so I can keep up with it.
Sure does, doesn't it? It sure went wonky.
It does. It hates those checks. All right, what's today? 3, 4. Get that out of the way. All right, let's see. Everything else is smaller pieces. This is, I'm gonna tear that up. That's sheet. It's a Ralph Lauren, so it must be the best quality in the whole wide world, right?
Sure.
So I have 2 pillowcases. And again, this is a printed. It's not a woven. I'll do the pillowcases for $1 each. I have 2. And I'll tear the sheet up. And usually when I do the sheet pieces, they're $1 each. So I'll bring those back next week.
So $1 each for the pillowcases.
I just want them to go away.
Kateri and Carrie.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, ladies. Lori, I'm going to have a ton of that fabric. It's a huge sheet. Well, actually, I'll go ahead and do a list on that, Debbie. Let me just lay it down. And I
So
can
the
do
sheet's going to be $1 for how much?
It'll be $1 for, let me see. It's a fitted sheet, so I have to tear off the corners. Let me see the width. Oh, I think this must be a full-size sheet, so I think we're going to say, let's say 18 by 20 or larger.
Okay, so the sheet's going to be 18 by 20 and it'll be $1.
Or larger, yeah. You get a nice piece. If you get more than one, I won't cut it. You'll get a longer or a wider piece. I'm going to say at least 18 by 20. It'll be longer, bigger if I can work out the numbers. And it's this fabric.
So it's the sheet. Paint Girly, are you interested?
It's exactly the same fabric.
Nobody's coming in.
No? All right. Well, we'll throw this back in the bin. We'll be done with all this. I'll sit down and measure all the pieces I have left and maybe do some little gingham bundles or something. Charm.
It's that pink sheet. You wanted a pillowcase, and it's going to be 18 by 20.
Minimum 18 by 20.
And it'll be the pillowcase.
It'll be the...
I mean the sheet, not the pillowcase.
Well, it's the same fabric.
Yeah.
Hey, Robin, how are you doing? I'm not cutting $1 pillowcase in half, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm just not. So,
no,
Lori,
you got to buy a piece of this, Lori, of the sheet for $1, 18 by 20. We're not cutting the pillowcases apart.
All right. How many pieces would you like? They're going to be at a minimum 18 by 20.
So how many would you like?
It's all, I mean, cutting something like that up is just going to.
Okay, she's going to take one.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cut this up anyway.
Robin's, oh no. God, I can't see today. I thought she said 3, but no, she's just saying hi.
Oh,
so 1 for Paint Girly.
Yep, and I'm going to cut this up anyway. So it's okay. I'll bring pieces to the next sale. I didn't realize it was still in this bin. All right, let me get that out of the way. And let's see.
It's 2:13, Pearl. You better be putting more than one thing up at a time.
I know. I don't think I have anything I can do that with right now, Debbie.
Okay.
I
Alrighty.
think we're running out of steam and ideas. All right. Let's see. These are all small pieces, so I'm just going to do some bundles with them. I'm not going to try to bring those up like that. I have not been able to push myself as hard since the move. It's just like I start running out of steam after a couple hours. I did this. I do have some more buttons. If anybody wants to see buttons, I can put those down. I did these at last week's sale. So if you missed these, this was a ginormous tablecloth. And I'm in the process of cutting it. So it's 5 doilies for $1. And then wherever I can leave connector doilies, I do. So I'm glad to add to the list on this, if anybody would like any. I still have a good bit left. And if you get like multiples, I would do like, if you said you wanted 4, you would get 5 by 4, and I wouldn't cut it. I wouldn't cut them in a string like that.
Susan for 1, heartstrings.
Okay.
And Janine for 3.
Okay, wonderful. So you'll get like 3 by 5. It won't be.
Jane Mage for 2.
Okay, thank you, Zan. And thank you, Susan and Janine.
Paint Girl, Deborah for 2. Paint Girly for 1.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Deb and Lori. All right. And I am not a spring chicken, that's for sure. All right, I brought these out earlier. I don't know if I can find them. Well, I'm going to bring these laces back out, Debbie, that I did earlier, and see if anybody that's come in would like any. I'm going to use this black fabric as a background. So this one is A, and it's a cute little floral with the roses. I love this with the roses. So that's A. And then B was this little, I think this would be awesome used as a tie. It's got a little flower that alternates, you know, face down, face up. You could cut those into little strips and edge with those really nicely. And I have, that's B, $1 a yard. That's gone. I got some more.
Janine B times 3.
Okay.
Dawn wants a doily strip. And Deborah wants 3 of each.
Okay, thank you, Deb. Thank you, Janine.
And Amy Wilcox wants 1 of each.
Wonderful. Thank you, ladies. I hate it when I poke myself. All righty. And then I have this little lace. I think I brought it out earlier, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to bring it. It's a little ruffled lace that you could cut and make little medallions with. That's going to be that's going to be 75 cents a yard, Debbie. And then I have I know I did this one. I can tell you if you got this one. I'm trying to keep my list. And this is a pretty little fine lace. I love this little lace. It is $1 a yard. And that's going to be B. That's old stuff.
Oh, wait a minute. We got to go back to the other lace. Well,
Okay.
no, Janine retracted. Maybe she wants this one. Never mind. She retracted.
Okay.
All right. Susan Heartstrings, 1A.
Okay.
Janine, A times 4. All right, Kateri, thanks for stopping.
Thanks, Kateri. Have a great afternoon. Okay.
And that is it.
Amy. Yes, you do. You did get
Amy.
B.
Does Amy have B already?
Yeah, she does.
Janine
I
wants
have
B times 3.
Okay, you got it, Janine.
And Dawn Messenger wants A times 2 and a B.
Okay, Janine was 3 times B, and Dawn Messenger is 1B.
And an A times 2.
Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you, ladies. I really like this one a lot. Actually, I kind of like all of them a lot. That's why I wound up buying so much lace. Debbie and I have this addiction. Alrighty. Well, let's do a giveaway. How many thumbs up do we have, Debbie? You know?
We have, well, I can't see how many thumbs up we got. It won't, hold on, I'm going out and coming back in. It won't tell me. Let's see. Wilcox may have to tell us. Oh, 21 thumbs up, 22. 24. We need one more, girls. Okay, so what are you going to do? The thumbs up giveaway or the other giveaway?
I'll do thumbs up, and then I've got some giveaways.
All right, pick a number 11 to 59. All right, girls, put in your number. If you adore lace, you better be around tomorrow, Wilcox, because I got 30 spools.
Yep, she's got a ton of lace. What did I do with it? I had it right here on my desk. Here it is. I have this piece of eyelet dust ruffle. This is a piece of a vintage or older towel or tablecloth that has some embroidery on it that I thought was real cute. And I have this pretty little fabric that has embroidered flowers on it, and I put a little piece of that.
JMH, Deb's got 33.
That little pink, it was laying on my table, so I put it on there, and a little piece of a, it had to have been a,
So Kim, you want 47, not 13? Oh, because Janine's got 13. Got her. Got it.
So these were in my space, so I just pulled them together and put it together for somebody to be able to use.
All right, I'm going to put the stop in. And I'm going to generate closest going over.
It's today.
And it is 17. And that's Amy Wilcox right on the nose.
Awesome. Congrats, Amy W. Now, how many people put numbers in? How many do we still have
1,
in?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right. Well, you're just going to give me a list and everybody's going to get something.
All right.
I'm ready.
Amy W.
Okay.
Dawn Messenger.
Okay.
Janine.
Okay.
Susan Hartstring.
Okay.
Deborah.
Okay.
Pink Curly.
Alrighty.
Kim.
And that's Giselle, right?
Yep. And Carrie. Or JMH. Did she not pick again? Put JMH down. I don't see her with a number in here, but
okay.
She retracted, but I don't see where she put another number in.
And then there's Robin. Did you give me Robin?
She didn't put a number in.
I shouldn't put a number in?
Did she buy anything today?
Did you buy anything, Robin? I can't remember.
I don't think Robin bought anything.
Well, I try to give a little something away. And one of the things I've started doing, and so you'd have to really pay attention to your little thing. So I'm just using this as an example. If I've got a ton of fabric, let's say I'm going to use Amy W as an example, and she got a fat quarter. And what I would do is if I have extra, I would just say plus and put a heart. And so when you see that heart, I gave you something either that you bought or just some extra. Because I've got so much fabric and stuff, I'm trying to just kind of let go of some of it. So that's my way of giving you something you liked and you asked for, rather than me driving myself crazy trying to think of what do I put in there, or spending hours putting together little packages of just random stuff. I'd rather give you something I know you liked. So that's what I started doing. You didn't buy anything? I love you anyway. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you came in to socialize with us. So it's not all about, for me, I appreciate everybody that bought. That's why I sell, because this is how I support myself. But I really love and appreciate all the people that come in that may not be buying, but they come in and participate and are part of our groups, part of our ladies. So we appreciate that. Ladies, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful evening. I hope Cody's ball team wins today, Debbie, big. And I won't see anybody tomorrow because I will be in a garden. It's like heaven. You can Google Gibbs, Gibbs, Gibbs Gardens, and see what I'm going to be seeing. It is like a slice of what heaven is going to be like, I'm sure. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. But I'll be back on Thursday, and I'll see you out there in somebody's sale somewhere. And I appreciate you all. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and God bless you, everyone. Bye, y'all.
I haven't paid my link yet, girls, but I'll be selling tomorrow at noon on my channel. I was just gone all weekend, so yesterday was kind of hectic getting everything caught up. So tomorrow, me and Martha will be selling.
Yeah.
I got lots of new stuff that I've acquired, so please stop by and see what I got.
She's a buying fool right now. Bye, ladies. Love y'all.